Did you know that some common household items could be linked to cancer? It might seem surprising, but our everyday surroundings can sometimes harbor potential risks. From the air fresheners that keep our homes fragrant, to the non-stick cookware that makes our cooking a breeze, and even the plastic containers we use to store leftovers. But fear not, knowledge is power. By understanding these risks, we can make informed decisions for ourselves and our loved ones. Stay tuned to find out about these everyday items and how to make safer choices. Let's start with something we all use: air fresheners and non-stick cookware. Air fresheners, while keeping our homes smelling delightful, often contain chemicals called phthalates, which are associated with hormonal abnormalities, reproductive issues, and an increased risk of certain cancers. Similarly, non-stick cookware, thanks to its convenience, has found a place in many kitchens. However, it's important to note that when overheated, these utensils can release perfluorooctanoic acid, a substance linked to kidney and testicular cancer. Now don't panic. There are safer alternatives available. Instead of air fresheners, consider using essential oils or simmering herbs and spices on your stove for a natural scent. As for non-stick cookware, opt for cast iron or stainless steel pans. They may require a tad more maintenance, but they're free of harmful chemicals and deliver equally delicious results. By making these simple changes, you can reduce your exposure to harmful chemicals. Next up, plastic containers and conventional cleaning products. Many of these everyday items contain substances that have been linked to health concerns. Plastic containers, for instance, often contain BPA or phthalates, chemicals that can leach into food and drinks, potentially increasing the risk of certain cancers. Similarly, conventional cleaning products can be a cocktail of synthetic chemicals, some of which may be carcinogenic or harmful to our endocrine system. But fear not, for there are safer alternatives out there. Consider swapping out plastic containers for those made of glass or stainless steel, both of which are less likely to leach harmful substances. As for cleaning, why not try natural methods? Ingredients like vinegar, baking soda, and lemon juice can be just as effective as their synthetic counterparts for many household cleaning tasks. These alternatives not only protect your health, but also contribute to a greener environment. Now let's talk about personal care products and pesticides. Many personal care items, from shampoos to lotions, often contain chemicals like parabens and phthalates. These substances have been linked to various health concerns, including an increased risk of certain types of cancer. Similarly, many pesticides used in homes and gardens contain potentially harmful chemicals that can be absorbed through the skin or inhaled. But don't fret, there are safer alternatives available. Consider switching to personal care products labeled as paraben-free or phthalate-free. You can also look for items made with natural ingredients. For pesticides, consider organic or natural options. There are also a plethora of DIY alternatives that use common household items. Remember, it's not just about the immediate effects. We are talking about long-term exposure here. So, every little change you make can have a significant impact on your overall health in the long run. Choosing safer products can help you maintain a healthy lifestyle without compromising your health. Moving on to talcum powder, UV-emitting devices, and artificial sweeteners. Talcum powder, a common household product, often contains asbestos, a substance linked to lung cancer and mesothelioma. When inhaled, these tiny asbestos fibers can damage cells and cause mutations. To avoid this, consider alternatives like cornstarch-based powders, which offer similar benefits without the associated risks. Next up, UV-emitting devices. These include sun lamps and tanning beds, which emit ultraviolet radiation, a known carcinogen. Prolonged exposure can lead to skin cancer, including the deadliest form, melanoma. Limiting your exposure to these devices or opting for safer alternatives like self-tanning lotions can significantly reduce your risk. Lastly, let's talk about artificial sweeteners. Some studies suggest a link between these and an increased risk of certain types of cancer. While the evidence is not definitive, it may be worth considering natural sweeteners such as honey or maple syrup as a precautionary measure. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate every single potential risk from your life. That would be not only overwhelming but also virtually impossible. Instead, focus on making small, manageable changes that can have a big impact over time. By swapping out talcum powder for a cornstarch-based alternative, limiting your use of UV-emitting devices, and choosing natural sweeteners, you're taking significant steps toward reducing potential risks and adopting a healthier lifestyle. By making these swaps, you're reducing potential risks and adopting a healthier lifestyle. Lastly, we'll cover radon gas, charred meats, and wood dust. These are less conspicuous yet potentially harmful elements that might be present in our everyday environment. Radon gas is an odorless, colorless, radioactive gas that naturally occurs in soil and can seep into homes. Long-term exposure to radon can increase the risk of lung cancer. To safeguard against this, consider testing your home for radon. Radon test kits are readily available, affordable, and easy to use. Next, we have charred meats. When meat is cooked at high temperatures or over an open flame, it can form chemicals known as heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, both of which have been linked to cancer. To minimize exposure, avoid overcooking your meat. Opt for methods such as baking, steaming, or boiling, which cook meats at lower temperatures. Lastly, wood dust, a common byproduct of woodworking, can be harmful when inhaled frequently. It's been associated with cancers of the nasal cavity and lung. If you're involved in woodworking activities, use proper protection. A simple dust mask and goggles can go a long way in reducing exposure. Taking these precautions can drastically cut down your exposure to these risks. Remember, awareness is the first step towards a healthier lifestyle. It's about making small, manageable changes to our daily routines that can have a significant impact on our long-term health. Stay mindful, stay healthy. Let's review the main points we've discussed today. We've journeyed through our homes, uncovering potential hazards lurking in everyday items, from the kitchen to the bathroom, the basement to the backyard. We began in the aromatic world of air fresheners, only to find they may hold more than just pleasant scents. Many contain volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, that have been linked to an increased risk of cancer. We suggested natural alternatives like essential oils and beeswax candles that can keep our homes smelling fresh without the potential risks. Next, we turned our attention to non-stick cookware, a staple in many kitchens. However, the PFOA used in their manufacturing can potentially be harmful. Instead, we suggested using safer alternatives like stainless steel or cast iron cookware. We then ventured into the realm of plastic containers, specifically those containing BPA or phthalates. These chemicals can leach into our food, potentially increasing our risk of cancer. Glass containers were proposed as a safer, reusable alternative. Our journey continued with conventional cleaning products, many of which contain harmful chemicals. We suggested opting for natural cleaning methods, using everyday items like vinegar, baking soda, and lemon. In the personal care department, we highlighted the potential dangers lurking in some cosmetics, lotions, and shampoos, especially those containing parabens and phthalates. We encourage the use of natural, organic personal care products where possible. Our investigation of pesticides revealed how these chemicals can potentially harm more than just the pests they're designed to eliminate. We recommended natural pest control methods and organic gardening practices to minimize exposure. We also discussed talcum powder, UV-emitting devices, artificial sweeteners, radon gas, charred meats, and wood dust, each with their own potential risks and safer alternatives. The key takeaway? It's all about making conscious decisions to protect our health. Remember, small changes can have a major impact on our health and well-being. Switching to natural air fresheners, choosing safer cookware, opting for glass over plastic, using natural cleaning methods, selecting organic personal care products, and making mindful choices about our food and environment can all contribute to a healthier home and, ultimately, a healthier life. In conclusion, it's not about living in fear, but about being informed and making choices that promote health and wellness. It's about creating an environment that not only feels like home, but also protects and nurtures those who live within its walls. Remember, the key to a healthier life starts at home. Until next time, take care and make the safer choice.